Well, hello there. Welcome. Coming in hot. I just saw my compressors really working over there. Love is a crapshoot for sure. Now that I found you, I ain't gonna look anymore. Revelations, a miracle. This situation's impossible. Throwing all caution to the wind. song to sing. All that I know is I can't stay. Devil may care, I'm on my way. Welcome, hair, eyes, teeth, woodpecker. Good to see y'all again. Good to be back. Forces within have all done us in. drink some coffee here. We came in at 1 a.m. and I don't know, after 3 weeks of not doing this, I really wanted to do it, even though I am a little sleepy. I'm probably a little out of practice. Forgot a couple of words. All right, hair, eyes, teeth, one of my favorites. One of my favorites, too. This was one of the real collaborations with Andrew JoJoShabbadoo. He wrote that chord progression, and he bought this synthesizer that was actually made by Radio Shack, and actually quite a famous synthesizer because it had VCOs and VCAs made by Moog. So it was like the poor man's Moog. And it was monophonic, but it came with this little polyphony feature, which is just this really cheap sounding organ that you could play chords with, but the rest of it was still monophonic, and you could mix them together. So you could be playing chords, but then it would play a monophonic melody based on whichever finger was the highest in your chords. And so Drewby had this chord progression that he had been playing on the electric piano, and this was when I think he was really big into Granddaddy, and I think like the Software Slump, or not, maybe I'm getting my album mixed up. Anyway, he was really inspired, and that chord progression was inspired by Granddaddy, and he would play it on the electric piano. So anyway, he bought this MG1 off of eBay, and it came, and we just got it, and we plugged it in, and we're fooling around with it, and he started playing that chord progression on there, and it created that melody with the glide, what do they call it? Portamento, is that right? Where on a mono lead synth, where you go from one key to another and it slides in between the notes. So he was playing that, that chord progression. And it was creating that melody. And I was like, whoa, wait, we got to record that right now. So I quickly put a click track on there with this Electribe, and I stuck an echo on the click track and made that. And then he recorded that Moog part, and later I added a harmony to the lead synth part, and the drums. I think Doc did the drums. Andy Saunders, Doc Shabbadoo, did the drums, and I'm pretty sure that Corey Nopi Shabbadoo did the bass part. I think he created that bass line. But anyway, that was on Tantamount, the third Shabbadoo record, or was it the fourth? Fourth record, third album, yeah. That was when I kind of realized that I wanted the albums to sort of follow a pattern, not just with the album titles, but symbolically each album represented a different thing. And I kind of realized that the Built to Crash EP was sort of the first. It was real basic. It was not a full album. And then Redoubled has this watery kind of feel to it. So I started, oh, okay. So Built to Crash with the bomb on it, on the cover, the old Apple system failure bomb, was the earth, and then water is redoubled, and then Hit or Miss already, it was red, and it had a picture of this sort of comic book stylized completely black female, and it was meant to be sort of like a pop art version of Kali, the Hindu goddess Kali. And I was like, well, that's obviously fire. So that means the next one in the series would be wood. And I had already selected this picture for the cover that was a flower. And I was like, okay, perfect, it's a plant, it's wood. So Tantamount represented wood. And then I started having the idea that this was going to be a concept record, that it was going to be about a guy who discovers this hidden universe. This is a real recurring theme, and actually, I guess, some semi-autobiographical. But, of course, it's devastating to his life. Everything that he had in his life gets turned upside down when he discovers this universe inside himself. It might sound familiar to some of you, but anyway, what happens is this song is he's already kind of realized like all of the structures of society are kind of an illusion, kind of fake, BS, and his girlfriend leaves him, and In the Way is a song about letting go of attachments. Of course, in the way, it's all in the way, meaning it's blocking you from your path to your dharma, and but it's also about how the way that we communicate, right? Like the line is, "It's not what you say, it's all in the way," meaning how difficult it is to truly communicate how you feel, what you mean, and of course, it's sort of a sad song because he's realizing that he's going down this path and that everything is. His life he knew before is all going away. And so that's the song where his girlfriend leaves him and he goes deeper and deeper into this universe within, and it starts getting a lot more psychedelic after that, the album does. I don't know if I play any other, sometimes I play Hullabaloo, and what's it called? Bull Session. Hullabaloo and Bull Session are sort of meant to be like when he discovers these beings, these sort of alien type beings there's the forces of light and forces of darkness, and they have this battle. Like Hullabaloo is sort of like he's being introduced to them and being recruited by them, and then by the light side, and then the Bull Session is sort of like the battle, and then after that, like a bunch of stuff happens. His mentor is killed in the battle. I had all this all written out. You can't really hear it just by listening to the album, but anyway. So I'm not sure where to go after putting out that last album, because that was sort of the end, that was sort of the final chakra, the final element the ether element. So we'll see what happens, because it goes earth, water, fire, wood, air, sound, light, and ether. And then, I don't know after that, because next man up is ether, and that's the highest one. So maybe I'll start over with wood. All right, well, I've been jibba-jabbing for a while now. I better get back to playing some music. Thanks, everybody, for joining. It's been 3 weeks. I've been gone. I went to Indonesia to visit the wife's family. She had a lot of business she had to take care of there. And we also took a little excursion to Yogyakarta. Went to an amazing ancient Buddhist temple there. No, ancient Hindu temple. Borobudur is the Buddhist one. And Prambanan, I think I'm saying it right, I always forget it. Prambanan is the Hindu temple. We went to Prambanan. Anyway, I got this great shirt here. This is the Barong. You probably already know this is the Barong. This is from Balinese Hinduism. Jogja is really great. Even though it's in Java, it's in East Java. So it's closer to Bali, and it has a very Bali vibe to it. It's a lot more mellow and kind of has that sort of spiritual, magical, haunted sort of a vibe that Bali is famous for. And when we went to the t-shirt shop, I already said I either want the characters. And I wish Yancy was here. She always reminds me the names. Samarang, the shadow puppet characters. They're sort of like the representatives of Jogja. There's the chubby one, and then the one with the really long nose. And they're considered the guardians of Marapi, which is the big volcano there. I wanted that, but I said, if I can't find that, I want the Barong and the Kaliyunga, which underneath here, that's Kaliyunga. So we've got the Barong and Kaliyunga right there in this great little design. Perfect shirt. Love it. My new favorite shirt. I'll probably be wearing it on here quite often. Anywho, yep, more music. It's live it up time. I've got the perfect recipe. A riverboat ride off the west coast of Tennessee. Show up for the show with overflowing cups of wine. We're all grown up now. We can have just as much as we please. I can't see the thing now but your smile. I guess I was a willing victim all the while. Falling down in style. We're living uptown. A picture waiting for a frame. Moving on up now. Son, I went claim to fame. All the right ingredients, I had to write it down. You tear it up now. Toss it out, 'cause it's just a game. Send it down the river to the sea. Such a grand gesture out where everyone could see. You're falling down with me. bestest part. Serve it hot now. Making omelets out of broken hearts. That's when I found out there is no end to what you want. You're out of luck now. So we're off to a brand new start. The day I never thought I'd see. You said forever, but whatever did you mean? Falling down for keeps. And apparently VLC thinks that's the end of my song. That's the end of the set. It stopped. Okay. That was not the entire song list. Anyway, Falling Down, that's off the Come Find Me record. The Come Find Me record, it would be the Air element. It's about compassion, creativity, energy, and that one was about, and it's about love, because that was a song about love, or about learning about love, I think, about learning what love isn't, about a failed relationship, and realizing that it was best anyway. It was destined to fall. Falling down, meaning falling down drunk, meaning partying, having a great time and stuff. It's not a good base for a meaningful relationship. And apparently VLC wants me to play it again. Don't think so. Stay. The sky is gray. I'm on my way. If I leave, there's no return. A foreigner. After you learn, the bridge will burn. The road leads up from the valley. The friendly folk invite you in. Safe inside, just don't go outside. It's too dangerous out there. be one chance to leave. Climbing up on hands and knees through sticks and leaves. The fog round me too thick to see. The road leads up from the valley. The friendly folk bring you inside. The wall around the town keeps us safe at night. Don't bother with that mountain. There's nothing for you there. That's called Escape Dream. That's on Next Man Up. And as we discussed before, that's the album represented by Ether. The story of that song is I actually had a dream where I was escaping, and the song kind of combines two different dreams in a way. The dream itself was basically some girl, in the dream I was attached to, was trying to keep me from going, and I wanted to leave, I wanted to get out, and it was really gray and foggy, and I was climbing up, I pulled away, and I ran and started climbing this mountain, and I'm like, I can't see anything, so I'm like crawling on my hands and knees through this thick forest, climbing up a mountain. And in that dream, I distinctly remember that piano riff, the dun, 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 dun. So when I woke up, and that was right after I moved to Indonesia back in 2010. One of my first nights there, actually, I had that dream. And so I recorded it the next morning, just the music. It wasn't till years later that I wrote the words, but I'd been thinking about it for a long time. This other image that I had was this city with the wall around it, or this town with the walls around it. And on one side is this valley that is really just kind of rough and uncivilized and whatnot, and on the other side is this big scary mountain, and then the town with the wall around it is in between. And in the image, like I come up and the people of the town are like, come inside, come on in, get out of the filth and squalor of your previous life, and come here. This is culture, this is civilization, this is safety, and it was great. But then I was like, well, what about that mountain? And they're like, no, don't worry about the mountain. Just stay here. You're safe inside the walls. And at some point, of course, I escaped the city to see what's on the mountaintop. And yeah, that's a pretty obvious metaphor if you know anything about me and my music and stuff. The city was a metaphor for religion. Religion is not always a bad thing. It brings people up from, a life of violence and suffering and pain, and helps them to become better and stuff. But the door opens on one side to let you in, but it's closed on the other side to let you out. It helps you to grow to a certain level, but then it stops you. It doesn't let you grow beyond that. And if you go beyond, then you can't go back. Everything changes, and you don't look at anything the same way again. And so I didn't have a chorus yet for that song when I started writing the words, and I made the conscious choice to make that chorus sound, I wanted it to sound like an old-time gospel sort of sound. That's why it has all of the harmonies and the really deep bass part. I was thinking of like the Oak Ridge Boys or something. All right, some more people joining the stream. Thank you for joining. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment to help the engagement. I'm not really trying to change the world here or get 1 million subscribers, but it would be nice to kind of build up more and more people that like the music and join every week. And eventually, maybe when I start getting too old to keep doing my current job, eventually maybe this could be a source of income. That's the dream, or at least somehow playing music and these songs somehow become a source of income for me in my retirement, because I ain't getting any younger, and basically after a certain point I'm not going to be able to be hired at international schools anymore. Most schools cut off at 60, and they won't hire you after 60. And anyway, enough about me. Let's get into more Shabbadoo. So thanks everybody for joining. I appreciate you guys coming here. I had a good time in Indonesia. It was great to eat all the food, although I got to get back to fasting and improving my gut health. But boy, that Indonesian food is so delicious. And seeing all of my in-laws was great, and going to Yogyakarta and seeing all of that ancient spiritual civilization, that was also great. But I'm glad to be back and doing the stream again, and I'm glad some folks are joining, even though I was gone for 3 weeks. So really appreciate y'all. Wrong key. Just drive in. All the things that I made, they all fell in the end. When the brilliant sun is calling us to it, I'll be there, just you wait. I'll go storming on in. When what's done is undone, the premises gave in. I'll be there to bring you back. We can start it all again. I will be the last one ready to step in. Where I go now, I know we were already at the end. There'll come a day when we face what's in store. A big busted egg will rebuild like before. That'll have to wait, but I know what it's for. And where we're going, the heroes and the monsters we thought were make-believe, they're all here, as real as anything you ever conceive. Now the show is over, the dream has all been dreamed. They're all gone, but we're still here. Are you coming home with me? All right, if you're just joining, welcome to the live stream. That song is called Plan B, and it's the last song on There You Are, which was the last record that I made back in the double aughts, released in 2009. I think it was still 2009 when it was released, maybe 2010. I thought it was going to be the last Shabbadoo album. I wasn't planning to make another one. And for many years, I just sort of dinked and dunked and fooled around and puttered about with songwriting and recording and whatnot. But eventually I started having enough songs. I was like, oh, I should make another Shabbadoo album. And we put that out last year. It only took 15 years to do the album after that. So that one is the last song off of There You Are. And Plan B, it's kind of sort of an apocalyptic song in a way, but not in a negative way. It's just sort of like in the song, in the sort of narrative of the song, I'm imagining like the society has kind of collapsed and everything has failed, all of the things that we've built and all of the structures of society are pretty much gone and everyone has to start over. And that's basically what it's about. But it's about that in a literal sense, but also more in a metaphorical sense, kind of about just this idea of like, what's plan B? What are we going to do when plan A doesn't work? So welcome, welcome. We got 9 folks on here. Yeah, that's pretty good. Not as many as the last one I did before my vacation, but appreciate all of y'all. Don't forget to drop a chat. Let me know where you're listening from. And if you have any requests of Shabbadoo songs, you can drop those in the chat as well, and I will play them if I have tracks for them or if I can remember how to play them. of the reasons I like playing these live streams and playing these songs again, this is a song I think I wrote in probably the year 2000. But it's still, all of these songs are kind of revealing their meaning more deeply every time I play them. And after talking about the elements of how each Shabbadoo record kind of represents a different element, some of it's obvious, some of it's more clear than others, but some of it's a little bit less obvious. But that one, I never really thought about. That one and the song I played earlier, Sneakin', both on the Redoubled album, which the element is water. They both have references to water. Actually, there's quite a lot of references to floating, the idea of floating on just that feeling of floating on the water. That song's called Pontoon, which is a flotation device. It talks about I'm above the water, take a little drop of it. It's interesting how all of that was operating subconsciously, because I didn't have the idea that each album was represented by a different element until the fourth album, I think. The fourth record, Tantamount. That's when I was like, oh, yeah, these are all they're basically the chakras. And yeah, there's a lot of water references on there. Sneakin' talks about, I'll take you where the river runs, bring along your pail, dip in, bring it up. So it's all water in a symbolic, mystical kind of sense, floating, letting go, moving up into the next realm of consciousness. And it's really, when I write songs, I try to be sort of, it's sort of an exercise in automatism. I thought this was a floater in front of my eyes, but it's actually a piece of pollen floating around the room, a real object, not part of my aging eyesight. Anyway, I'm a little tired from my trip. We got in at 1 a.m., so I might be a little bit spaced out. I might ramble on a little bit in between songs. But all of Shabbadoo, the whole body of work, is about discovering the subconscious, discovering the, and I kind of knew that. Like right around the time I started working on the Shabbadoo project was, I think, probably when I first read the great book that sort of started this whole interest in mysticism and the mystical journey, which was Joseph Campbell, called The Inner Reaches of Outer Space. And the whole book is about chakras and the inner, the vast universe that's within your own subconscious mind. And so that's really what Shabbadoo is about, is sort of of course the word itself is just sort of like nonsense, right? I thought it was a funny sounding word. I hadn't remembered at the time that it was actually the name of a hip-hop dancer from the 80s who became a famous choreographer, Shabbadoo, 2 words. But it was just, well, it's from The Simpsons, when they said Joey Joe Jr., Shabbadoo. And then Mo says, oh, that's the worst name I've ever heard. And then some guy at the end of the bar starts crying because that was his name. And then my friend Johnny used to keep calling me that, oh, Joey Joe Jr., Shabbadoo, when he would see me. And so when I started this project, I was like, oh, well, if it's the worst name ever, then maybe I should call my music project Shabbadoo. But it has a nice sort of nonsense meaning to it. It's like blah, 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 speaking in tongues, whatever, Shabbadoo. And that's perfect, actually, for the name of this recording project, because it's about sort of automatism. It's all of the lyrics I tried to write from my subconscious. I tried to like just sort of write, and I have this process which I thought I had invented, but I realize now after reading a lot about it that lots of songwriters do this. You start off with the music and you just blah, blah, blah. You Greek it in, as I call it, because in typography there's this old Latin poem. What's it called? Lorem ipsum is the first two words, and if they don't have the text, but they need to lay out the text, they fill it with this Greek poem. It's just like an old thing. It's called Greeking it. Folks who do graphics or layout will know what I'm talking about. And it doesn't have any particular meaning. It's just a placeholder. And so when I start writing lyrics for my songs, I just and as I'm doing that, words will pop out, or things that sound like words will pop out. I'll go back and listen to it and I'll think, okay, what does that say? I pretend that I don't know the words to the song and that those are actual words, and I try to figure out, well, what are the words? And I write several versions of it, and then as I'm working on it, I start making decisions. Oh, this sounds cool. This fits a theme, this fits an image, this is a good metaphor, and eventually I have the whole composition. But the goal is, and this is in my visual art too, the goal is to try to tap into the subconscious and to get to that sort of subconscious universe that is this endless source of creativity and energy and knowledge. And in that song, Sneakin', when I say take you where the river runs, that's what I'm talking about. That's the river that is the subconscious. And dip in, bring it up means bring a pail so you can bring some of it back to the conscious world and use it as your inspiration for art. That's part of my process, actually, my creative process. All right, someone just joining. Thank you for joining. Hope you enjoy it. I'll stop talking now. Play some more Shabbadoo. place your eyes suggested was all I had to know. Just right, you called it. Views nice, sprawling, peace rise and falling. The searchlight saw it. Views nice, sprawling, worth recalling. Peaks rise and falling. Searchlight saw it. All right, more people join in. Welcome. So good to have you guys here. Don't forget to leave a chat so I know who's here. So that song, Searchlight, well, Searchlight's kind of a pretty obvious metaphor. It's that all-seeing eye. And it's about the nature of time, beginning, middle, end, future, past, being just a concept, like it's all, everything's all here at once. So full. All right, welcome. Thank you for leaving a comment. This song, I talked about it a little bit earlier, is called Hullabaloo. Often I'll skip this one. It's in 5 times. smart. Gotta be on your guard. It isn't that hard. No, it isn't that hard. All right, well, that one needs a little work. I remembered most of it. But I'm gonna use the excuse that I'm tired and traveled all day yesterday, and that's why I couldn't remember it. Truth is, I don't play that one very often, and that's really the main reason I don't remember it. All right. Oh, that's the wrong. There we go. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. So this is a song on the Next Man Up album, the latest album, and it's called High Rise, and it's kind of about this interesting theory I heard put forth about the origins of Halloween in the ancient world, before the ancient world, the world before the great flood of all of the old mythologies. And the Taurids are on the rise. Turning on a dime, back in solid time, lend a hand to chase some out. Next time they're in town, we could save the day when things Torrid's on the rise. Hopefully not. Well, I mean, every year the Torrids are these apparently remnants of an asteroid, and that's why we get meteor showers coming from in the vicinity of the Taurus, constellation of Taurus, every year right around Halloween time. That's sort of the basis of this theory, is that one of the times that those meteors came, probably the first time, was the big cataclysm that caused a great flood that wiped out most of the world's population and all of the civilizations at the time, and that every year the people would remember that, remember the dead, and remember the great cataclysm every year in the fall, around the end of October. And that became what we call Halloween. Basically, is remembering the great flood that wiped out most of the world and all of the people who perished. Pretty cool theory. You know, I don't truly believe or disbelieve really anything. I have what I call a fluid belief system, so I think that leaves me flexible to entertain ideas and theories, even if I don't have to say, oh, this is a fact, this is a false, this is true. It doesn't matter. We'll wait and see. I can just suspend my disbelief and have fun entertaining these ideas. Another person joining, welcome, welcome. Please leave a chat. Let me know who's here. Help the engagement of the live streams. Maybe it'll show up on more people's feed. More people will join, the more the merrier. And hope you are enjoying the show. So yeah, I've been on hiatus, vacation for 3 weeks. Good to be back. Just got back late early morning, 1 a.m. Came home, crashed, woke up, and immediately got ready and came over here to do the stream. The Shabbadoods are there supporting me, and I appreciate all of you who are supporting me by joining. Just playing all of these old songs and kind of thinking about what they mean, and talking a lot today actually about what they mean. Part of it's because I've been thinking about it a lot more. That's something that I thought about a lot during my vacation, was the deeper meaning of all of these songs, but also as an excuse to kill time between songs and give my fingers a rest, because I'm a little out of practice and my fingers are not doing that well. So I'm buying some time so that I can play longer. And this is called Golden Opportunity. On one level, I was thinking about, I'd been watching, when I wrote this, I'd been watching the Beatles anthology documentary, and was thinking about how the dynamics of a band and how they break up. And I'd already had the idea of calling my album Hit or Miss, and I thought, oh, writing a hit song, is hit or miss. The song was either a hit or a miss. It was quite a day. I know it's a lot to ask so late. Write it down, work out the sound, get it back off the ground. it will heal, or it's taking its time to kill. Lay it down, here we go now. Time just won't allow. Golden opportunity, give it a test. You just close your eyes and then I'll do the rest. It comes down to playing a song that we missed. Relax, we can find it, I know. You were dying to see the big mystery. Now it isn't your cup of tea. It's back again, hidden within candy-coated sin. You invite me in, and then you descend. Shake up my confidence. I've had enough. Pick my shit up and check out how it ends. Golden opportunity knocking again. Outplay Mr. Moon and she won't let you in. It comes down to making a hit or a miss. Relax, we can find it, I know. I have a lot of songs that modulate from F to F minor. I don't know why it is. I guess because I'm often writing in this similar keys. And I love the way going from a major to a minor sounds, and sometimes going from a minor to a major is interesting sound, the feeling that it gets. But for some reason, usually when I do that, it's with the F chord. I do that in High Rise, the previous song, and I do it in Serena, and I do it probably lots of other places too. California, please don't make me wait. Leaving 'cause I can't afford you. The morning you let me down. It's not something I think I can take. When I fell, I could tell there was something wrong. Never wanted you to know I could not stay long. It's a photo up in black, you can't get back. manifested. Was it my idea to run away or try and test it? Treat till I'm strong again, sent me back in. Took a blow to the chest on my way out west. Come and see me before it gets too late. Wrote a song about California the morning you let me down. Wrote a song about California the morning you let me down. Okay, more people joining. Welcome, welcome. Glad everybody's here. Leave a chat. Let me know who's here. Thanks to all of you for being here. Thanks especially to those of you leaving a chat, helping the engagement of the algorithm. I'm just going to let this play. This is called Hilma Paints. If you don't know already, Hilma af Klint, the first abstract artist. Stepping out, getting lost in a vast endless tapestry, intertwining events all connected causally, all aligned and fall in place. Hilma paints the inner space. Triple light, the soft ebb and flow periodically. All inside in the end, so it's abstract either way. All aligned and fall in place. Hilma paints the inner space. Now, been playing about an hour, 45 minutes or so, if you don't include all the times where I chatted for a long time. But I'm going to have to take a quick break. I'm out of water, and I'm going to go refill my water, and I'm going to play some more. While I'm gone, I should play a song. And is there one? Let me see. Okay. Haven't played this song. This is one that is instrumental, sort of. There's actually a little bit of singing at the end, but it's very, very subtle. And it's the first song on the album, There You Are, and it's called You Are. And I thought that was a nice little phrase, you are. Just because it's actually a fraction of a phrase, a fragment of a phrase. You are what? I don't know. You are. You think, therefore you are. No, not that. But, yeah. Or also, like, as a really bad comeback when somebody insults you and you're like, you are. But, anyhow, I will be right back, and while I'm gone, this is called You Are. Okay, I got to stop that because at some point I accidentally turned the volume up all the way on VLC. And that does not sound too good. Thankfully, I'm running everything through a compressor and a limiter. You audio folks will know what that is. So I don't think it got too loud on your end. Hopefully it didn't get too loud and distorted. And well, it was definitely got distorted though. Yeah, I don't know if that was going through the whole break there. But anywho, this is called Pure Poetry. Do I have my cheat sheet? There it is. Pure Poetry, which is sort of sarcastic. I knew somebody that would tease me whenever I would start waxing philosophically, and which I'm prone to do quite often. And they would go, "Oh, pure poetry," and roll their eyes. So that's why I called that. They used that as the name of this song.
Where you'll find me.
Well, speaking of songs that modulate from F to F minor, there's another one. So add that one to the list of Shabbadoo songs that do that. I don't know, I just like the way that sounds, I guess. Yeah, my fingers are just about done. I want to keep playing, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. I was barely holding on in that last song. Anywho, that one, pure poetry, of course. Like all of the songs, they're sort of, on one level, they don't really mean anything. They're sort of purposefully meaningless in a way, because I try to write them automatically, so I'll leave them ambiguous in their meaning. But of course, at some point, an image, a theme, symbols, metaphors start arising, and that's about playing a show. So it's just the feeling like before you're playing, and you're a little nervous, but it's a good kind of nervous, like before you do something scary, like riding a roller coaster or something. It's exciting kind of a nervous. And sometimes you just like that feeling, and you don't even want to play the show. You just want to have that feeling and then split and cancel the show. And then there's a line about musicians that you sometimes meet that they've got really good gear, really expensive instruments and amplifiers and whatnot, but their music is kind of superficial, not very interesting, boring, I think is what I say in the song. And yeah, it's just the idea of a show, a performance, a band playing, whatever, a concert, is a good metaphor to a lot of what I am trying to get about in Shabbadoo. So I use that a lot, the metaphor of playing a show and being on stage or leaving the stage, or, I'm trying to buy time again for my fingers. That's why I keep rambling on about the meaning of these songs. I'll probably play one or two more. We'll see how my fingers hold up. Thanks again, everybody, for joining the stream. My brain is not holding out very well. I think I'm starting to get a little delirious. So I'll probably end it soon. But I really appreciate everyone being here. I do this every week, except for when I'm taking a break from it, which I did for the last 3 weeks. I plan to keep going just forever, as long as I can. So it means a lot having everybody joining and listening and appreciating these old songs that I wrote. I wrote them for myself, basically. I wrote them for no one, and yet for everyone. And even though on some level I don't care if they're popular or not, on other levels I would love for everyone to, or at least a lot of people to like them and appreciate them. That's one of those weird balanced dichotomies where it's like, well, I just want to make the music. I just want to write these things because they're inside of me, and I want to make these songs because I like it and I enjoy the process. And that's what's most important. But at the same time, you want to share it with people. Same thing with my art. I want my art to be popular, but I don't want it to be huge. I don't want it to be famous. I don't want to be a big star or anything like that. That's too much. But it would be nice to have people who enjoy it, who listen, who collect the artwork or collect the albums, as that may be, but on a moderate to medium level, to where, as they say, I can quit my day job and still be able to get by and have a a modest lifestyle based on making art and music. That's really the dream, isn't it? You know, I think it's foolish to really want to have like tons of money and a big house and a fancy car and all of that stuff, because people who have that usually figure out that it's not going to make them happy. It's meaningless in the long run. But of course, you still have to have a place to live and food to eat. So somewhere in between.
Anything that I could say would be too late. Girl, I hope you don't let it fade. There's a little spark in front of me I love to chase, though I know it gets in the way. I can see you there in a perfect dream, with elves and fairies and magical things, sparkly lights and butterfly wings. All of it makes me forget everything. All the songs I wrote could never make you stay. Hope you know I won't let it fade. If a total stranger came to you and said, okay, it's time for you to get away, we could meet somewhere and be back again. Curry House or the two-way inn. Nobody else will know where we've been. This is how I'll spend my time until then. Good night, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you might be in the world. This place I'm in, I know it's got me in a place I don't fit in. And I've got to set it straight. All the parts have got to find a place. I know I've got my place in it. This place has got something about the way it puts me in my place, and I got to find a way. It could come together any day. I know my place is in the end. And you, my friend, you've got your place, you're in a place I know I've been got to make a play. Yeah, we've got to make it stay. It's all I know it is.
All right. Love you guys. Thank you.
Come and see the place I found. Come a while and stay. Let it go, there's no one around. Put it all away. You know that we can go there. I know that it's always near. Come inside, it's all right now. Come a while and stay. Every time the story begins, every time it's new, all of it is there till the end. All of it for you. You know that we can get through. I know that it will come true. Every time we see it again, every time it's new. You may think that I've been wasting my time, keeping away from the world. But we can fly, and I've a place in mind. You just might be my girl. It's always near. I know there's nothing to fear. Come inside, it's all right now. Come a while and stay.
All right. Okay. I think I'm going to try this one, but this is definitely going to be the last one. I don't know, maybe not. Can't remember now which fret it's capoed on. Must be that one. I don't know if I should try this or not. Oh, more people joining. Sorry, it's right at the end of the live stream. My fingers have pretty much given out, but I'm still stubbornly trying to keep playing. And this is actually a cover tune that I'm considering attempting. I've done it before, but it's particularly hard to fret. And I don't remember it well enough. I'm going to skip it. Next time I'll try to have it. So I think I'm just going to play one more song and call it quits, and let's just see if I skip this, what song is that going to be? Before I do that, anybody have any requests? Last call. Beginning, you knew what the test should be. The results, and now you want to argue with chemistry. So we wait for a change. What remains? Born on the wrong day, heard him say, dreams are a commodity. Off the record, the one he keeps spinning at 33. And a third. Now's your chance. Will you bring the harvest home and join the dance? And they pray. Around the place, moving to the sounding waves, the promise of a better place. Now forever he will, all done for the widow's son. They changed Canaveral to Kennedy. Pave the way for the comet exploding at 33. And a third. Can you feel the comet exploding? Okay, definitely last song. This is called Bubbles. Good night, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Wherever you are, love all of you. See you next week.
just didn't have room. So I gave him to you. Green-shaped parts hung from a wire. We'd never been higher. We could see the whole world, blue and shaped like a pearl. Juices combined to be made into wine. And you look so divine, you were lit from behind. And we almost stopped time. 3 times in, we ran into a fence. Still could make up the difference. Help you get through. Just show me what to do.